Hi, welcome back to my channel, everyone. Sorry about my voice. I am sick, and sorry if you can hear any background information. I usually wait to film until everyone goes to bed, but not today. So today is going to be my 2023 bullet journal setup, but I thought that we could just do a quick flip through of 2022's journal first. So this is this year's journal, 2022. Both of my journals in this video are from Archer and Olive. This one is a visitor, and I forgot what this one is called, but it was from their Pride line last year. So let's just flip through. I'm not really very happy with how this turned out. I was trying to do that like blobby illustration style that people do a lot, and it did not really work out very well for me. I did not fill out most of my yearly spreads in 2022. I actually did not fill out a lot of my spreads early in the year on the monthlies either, and then toward the end of the year I decided to start doing a more minimalist setup, which worked a lot better for me. This was a month that I did not actually do any bullet journaling, but I did use this part of my bullet journal to do the illustrations that I needed to do for my Patreon rewards. And then the same ended up being true for the rest of April. Was this? Yeah, April. And then this was August's design style, and again, I did not do any bullet journaling that month, or in any of the months in between. So this is where I started to do the more minimalist style that I used a lot more. I started doing an end of the week sort of wrap up. I went on a trip to Oregon to see my friend Kelsey. Some journaling pages. And then October, I started a new job in October, so I started doing a project manager in my bullet journal. I did a tarot reading gig for Halloween. I went to a Halloween party and did a bunch of tarot readings for the guests. I think this one is probably my favorite spread. November is probably my favorite month of spreads for 2022. Which isn't really saying a lot because I didn't do the whole year, but I do think that this came out really well. And I was able to do some doodles and illustrations again. Another journaling page. And then I started running out of pages here, so you'll see this is much more condensed of a weekly spread. And then I also condensed all of my trackers for December because I only had 3 pages left. So I fit everything onto one 2-page spread. And then I ended up having to tip in an extra page at the end anyway. So, all right, so that was 2022's journal, and now we will get started with 2023. So it turns out this notebook is just called Rainbow, very simple, but since it was part of their Pride line last year, the colors that I'm going with in my yearly setup are pink, purple, and blue, which are the colors of one of the Pride flags that applies to me. I made some grid spacing guides and a key tip-in, and as well as some Dutch doors off camera because I didn't want to be, flipping around my journal too much on the time lapse. So the very first page here is very simple, no decorations or colors or anything. It is just purely utilitarian for my prescription numbers and my passwords. The next spread is a cover page, which is not utilitarian at all. I'm just doing a very simple ribbon theme throughout this setup, but this is the only page where I use these more intricate fonts. And then I also added just some non-specific plant doodles just to fill out the pages a little more. The next spread is my future log. I haven't done this spread, sorry about my cat. I haven't done this spread in previous years because I just didn't use it very much, but I am going to have a much busier year this year, so I decided I needed it, and I did a Dutch door for this. I think I was inspired by one of Jashi Karin's setups.
Another thing that I'm doing in this journal, because of the way the outside works, is I'm going to be going out of my comfort zone a little bit, and for metallic elements I'm going to try to use silver instead of, I usually use gold. So that's what I'm doing here with just some washi tape to border my Dutch door. I know that that tape is crooked. I will fix it between one cut and the next, don't worry about it. I did the rest of the taping and the rest of the year on the spread off camera, because I mean it's just the same thing over again, and again with all the taping for the Dutch door, it's a lot of moving the journal around, which is not very pleasant to watch. The next spread is my yearly goals page, and I also added an accomplishments page because I have a lot of trouble remembering what I did during a year. So this is just basically a blank page to write down some things to be proud of. The next spread is my routines and my ideal day. So at the top on the left spread, I have things that I want to do the same day every week. And then I have a morning routine and an evening routine. And for the ideal day, I have an ideal weekday and an ideal weekend. And I will fill these out later because I have not fully cemented what I want these to be for 2023. Next two spreads are to track the movies that I watched during 2023 and the books I read during 2023. So for the movies, I have a space to write down the date that I watched it, the title, the director, the genre, and a rating. And for the books, I have also the date that I read it, the title, the author, the rating, and whether or not it can be used as a comparative title for the book that I'm writing. and then I just added some gray guidelines. The next spread is another Dutch door spread. So I have on the left a year in playlists. So I will have a playlist of 4 to 5 songs for every month. And then on the other side is a year in selfies, where I will paste in one selfie from each month. So I colored in this first piece of the flag the wrong color, which I fix in the same way that I fixed the numbers for February in the future log, but I did it on camera this time so that you can see how that is done. So I'm just counting the number of grid spaces that I need, cutting out the correct piece from another page, and just pasting it in with my glue roller and drawing over it. And I also corrected some things with my whiteout pen. Now time for the final flip through. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe for more journaling videos, as well as writing videos, art videos, and tarot videos. And until next time, be well.